Tell them I don't give a damn, I know who I am. Yeah, they talking, but I'm getting money for me and my fam. This shit ain't that super deep, nah, this right here just the jam.
What's going on, guys? It's Gemini Berserker here, and I know it's been a while. I know. I was gone for a few weeks, was taking care of some stuff. Now I'm back and hitting the ground running again. So this is actually old footage, I'm sorry. Like you notice that my level was a little bit lower, but anyway, I'm gonna dive straight into it. This video is, you've seen the title, it's who I honestly want to see in, like, if Dragon Ball does like another season of DLC. These are like my personal top 10 that I would love to see in the game, just because like I feel like they could bring so much to the table. And most of these characters are going to be from Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Super, also including the movies taking place in between those times. Even like, Resurrection, but we already got, primarily those characters. But, so, I'm going to just kick it off. So, at number 10, I would definitely love to see Future Gohan. I know a lot of people are like, oh man, they were like, well, we got Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, we got Mystic Gohan, kind of should have got Future Gohan. I mean, personally, I feel like his moveset is definitely a lot more unique than I would say Mystic Gohan's, or at least Super Saiyan 2. I would say his moveset is a lot more unique, it has a lot more versatility. With that being said, I mean, of course he would still have, his Masenko, he would, have like the one-handed Kamehameha. He would actually probably use the special beam and the Makan Sampo, but, as like a level 3. But, I feel like he could bring a lot more to the table. I also feel like there would be a lot more, cooler things that can go on between like him and the androids. I feel like that would be really cool. Alright, coming in at number 9, I would love to see Fighting Trunks. Now, not to say I have a problem with Trunks that's already in the game, but I'm not too big of a fan. I don't really play Trunks, but, just for the sake of it, I feel like Fighting Trunks has a better chance in the game, being as though he held a lot more ground in it, because as we've seen, like from the moment he got there, yeah, he iced off Frieza, then when it came to the androids, he was just getting bodied, and we saw how well that was. But I feel like his real tipping point was where he actually started throwing hands. And when I mean that, I mean like against Vegeta, against Cell. Like I feel like he actually stood a chance. And even when he goes back to his own time to throw his hands with his futures 17, 18, and Cell, and fucking completely wrecks them. Now, I do feel like they did take the Heat Dome attack from, that particular moveset, which, I mean, I have no problem with. I just feel like it's more comparable. Like, he has a lot, I feel like he could have been a lot more better than the Trunks we have now, but that's, like, just personally me not coming at anyone that plays Trunks or anything. I just feel like that would have been better. Alright, number 8. And this is more of I wish we would have got, instead of like Dragon Ball Z first Goku and fucking first Vegeta. So instead of like those, I feel like we could have got Majin Vegeta, and like I feel like if you were gonna bring in another Goku and Vegeta, I feel like it could have been a lot better. Yes, Super Saiyan Goku is totally fine. That's actually like pretty well. Like, well intro to the game if you're like just getting into it. But like I said, Majin Vegeta could have been a hell of an addition to this game. Or like adding Super Saiyan God Goku and Vegeta, or like just in that likeness. Because like, yeah, I get it, we just now are seeing Super Saiyan God Vegeta through the Broly trailer, which is pretty cool. I'm actually excited to go see it. But, I feel like Majin Vegeta, especially with the whole self-destruct thing, like, yeah, we only have 16, which is, okay, yeah, he does have the self-destruct move, but Majin Vegeta was like, that was like the biggest part of the Buu saga, was like him just actually like hey yo, I really fuck with this planet like this. I really love my son and my family. I'm gonna sacrifice myself. Like that's what I like appreciate the Vegeta as a character. That's why he's one of my favorite. That's why he is my favorite character. His character development. All right, coming in at number 7. This is a kind of like how the Ginyu Force is. Kale and Khalifa. You know, yes, this is a Dragon Ball Super entry. I know a lot of people are like, oh, fuck them. Yes, I know, because power scaling is power scaling is bullshit, and you know the whole tingly feeling shit didn't make sense. But yeah, I feel like they could also make a good addition to this game just because of the role they played in the Tournament of Power and as like just alternate versions of Saiyans. So, like we've seen female Saiyans, we've only seen like 1 or 2, like you know, just floating around in the background, but we never have actually seen any fight. So I feel like, you know, as a template for like how they're saying, so you know they're high, they want to fight, they want to just, you know, go at it. That's why she's constantly coaxing Goku to use Super Saiyan 3. And I was like, oh shit, this would actually be cool. And like most of their moveset would be like, you know, just, you know, tag teaming, you know, most of the time just throwing blast waves. And then like I feel like their level 3 could be something along the lines of like using the Patara and like just, you know, doing the little big beam shit that they did like as a move. I feel like that'd be pretty fucking cool, personally. Because like that whole scene between them and Ultra Instinct Goku, that was actually like really fucking on point. Alright, so on the topic of Universe 6 Saiyans, I feel like, and coming in at the number 6 spot, I feel like Kaba would also feel like a very good addition to the game, but I also feel like he could be limited to a certain number of aspects, just because of how Xenoverse did him, but I also feel like he still could be very useful, in a sense. So, like, just for instance, like, yeah, he taps into Super Saiyan 2, closer to his elimination, which was, like, you know, it kind of gave me like that Gohan feeling when, like, you know, how he's staring down I can't remember who the fuck he got eliminated by, that fucking roly-poly bitch. Yeah, that during that I kind of got the vibe from when Gohan first went Super Saiyan 2, how he's just kind of staring down Cell, giving him like he's like, I'm about to fuck you up look. But like I feel like he has an interesting moveset, like just as is. Like I feel like his auto combo and like his just general combos would be just enough to get his foot in the door. Now we're getting into the top 5. Now, these top 5 are like my personal, like, I definitely want them in this fucking game. Like, it even like one of the, I'm gonna have like a slight honorable mentions, but I'm not gonna get too much into that. But I would love to see fucking Jiren. I know everyone's like, oh man, no, we can't have Jiren or Ultra Instinct Goku in the game just because be like, you're too broken. No, because you think about it, the tier list for this fucking game doesn't make sense. Literally, Yamcha is above Frieza, so like you can't really say too much about tier list because number one, there's gonna be people who play him. Just bottom line, like just like here, like Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta is literally the bottom. He's literally the bottom of the tier list. Like, and you can't really say much because, you know, just because, and yes, his like damage output, and same thing with Super Saiyan Blue Goku, he's not top tier either. He's fairly bottom. Like I believe Nappa is over him. I believe the only people like actually under Super Saiyan Blue Goku is like fucking Krillin and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Like they're like the bottom. But like I said, tier really doesn't mean anything. Jiren can bring so much, like just the sheer overwhelmingness of it is just like, okay, he's this dude from Universe 11. No one knows. Like initially when he was brought in, everyone was like, yo, who the fuck is this bald baby head ass bitch? And then you come to it, like he's really throwing hands with Goku. Like he is giving Goku the hands, and that's what I really appreciate. Yeah, like no one else really did that to Goku. No one actually threw hands against this man. Like, you can go back, yeah, King Piccolo fucked his leg up, still got body. I feel like Jiren is one of the only few characters that has actually, like, I will say, that will and would have, like, it took so much for them to knock this dude out, and I feel like that is like, without like the aspect of killing, I feel like this fight still would have went on for so long as it did. Now, like I said, like coming in, like with his like level 3, it could be like his full power and everything. Just, you know, does the little heat ball shit, or whatever. I mean, it would honestly, I feel like he would just be a great addition to the game. Coming in at number 4, this is a throwback to one of the to the Fusion Reborn movie. If you haven't seen it, it's a very good movie. One of the best like actual Dragon Ball Z movies. And this is our first introduction to fucking Gogeta. Now, for those of you that don't know, or those of you that, oh shit, I'm dropping shit on my desk. Those of you that are like too young to know, Gogeta is the fusion dance version of Goku and Vegeta. So, you know, you have the Katara earrings, which makes Vegito, and then you have the fusion dance. It's similar to what the kids do. They get like a cool vest, and it is fucking amazing. The fight is over pretty much as soon as he gets in the fucking thing. That's how good he is. Like, and of course his level 3 would be like the triple knee to the back of your fucking noggin and throwing holy magic at you. So yeah, I feel like he'd be a great addition to this game. Alright, so top 3 time. You guys are probably gonna disagree with me. It's okay, it's fine. Top 3, my number 3 spot I would have to give to Super Boo. Reason being, I know you guys are like, oh, we have too many fucking Majins in the game. Like, we have Fat Boo, we got Kid Boo, we got Android 21, who's technically a Majin. Look, I'm not saying anything. I'm more so saying that Super Boo would have been better for the game just because of his versatility. Number 1, he gave everybody trouble. Like, yeah, Kid Boo, yeah, he gave him heat towards like the end. Like the final like 10, not even 10, like final 6 episodes. Final like 6-7 episodes that he was in. And okay, yeah, that was heat. But like Super Boo was giving these dudes like mad heat from when they split Good Boo and Evil Boo. Like, he was just giving them heat. He absorbed Good Boo, then killed everybody, absorbed fucking the kids, absorbed I mean, yeah, he brought out Mr. Gohan, but then he got yeeted, ate the kids, and then ate Gohan. Then it took Vegito to get in there. He even technically absorbed them, but, you know, it didn't really take effect. But still, I feel like that he'd be a great addition to this fucking game. Alright, coming in at number 2 spot, we got the OG himself, Master Roshi. Like, deadass, Roshi would be a fucking monster in this game. Like, y'all are... For those of you who are like, oh man, it's just another human. No, Roshi is that bull. He literally trained Earth's defenders. Like, you can't even sit here and tell me he ain't got the heat with him. The man who made the Kamehameha gets the super buff mode. Like, don't even gotta take steroids. Man, OG. Like, he can use the Mafuba. Like, he has so many moves at his disposal that it's like actually amazing to see, and I would love to see that from Arc Systems. And I feel like like I said, all these top 10, I feel like they would be great in this game. Alright, so now to the honorable mentions. I'm just gonna rattle off a few names. You can choose to disagree or agree in the comments, but Super Janemba, who's, you know, the villain of Fusion Reborn, Hachiak, which was the villain of the Eradicate the Super Saiyans movie, which is the plot that, like, the scientist, he hates the Saiyans because they blew up his planet, so he's just floating around trying to look for him. Chi-Chi. Now, I don't mean young Chi-Chi, I mean actual, like, fought Goku in the World Tournament Chi-Chi. Because, like, she had the heat, like, deadass. Like, Chi-Chi, she may not see, I know she's annoying as fucking, like, the show and everything, but she is a fighter, and I will give that to her. I would love to see Chi-Chi. I also feel like, you know, I'm not trying to sound like that guy, but, like, I feel like if we get another female fighter, that'd be dope as shit. Because, like, truth be told, like, there's not a lot of female fighters, hence why I wanted to include Kale and Khalifa in this. So I also, like I said, I feel like they could bring a lot. Yeah, I feel like they could bring a lot to the table. So, also, Arali. For those of you that don't know or have only been introduced to Arali as the small girl who pretty much breaks the fourth wall in Dragon Ball Super, was originally introduced in Dragon Ball, like OG Dragon Ball. as, just like I said, she wanted to be a wrestler. That was her original, thing. That's why Goku was fucking around with her, cause not like fucking around with her, but like was like friends with her because of that. Like she wanted to fight, and he was like, "Oh yeah, cool." But Android 13, I know you guys are probably like, "Oh, we don't need another Android. We just got Android 17." Yeah, and I'm not mad at that. I'm really not mad at that. But I also feel like Android 13, as his individual character, could bring, like, he has his own. That's I think that's the one thing I appreciate about Androids. They have their own unique flair to them. Like Android 13 is this southern trucker guy, and I feel like it's pretty cool. It's pretty funny, at least to me. And BoJack, for those of you who don't know, it's from the movie BoJack Unbound. The series this happened right after the Cell games. The reason being is because when Goku took Cell to King Kai's, he blew up King Kai's planet, and King Kai had this guy called BoJack, and his subordinates locked inside the planet. It was like he had them just because apparently they were like just mass terrorists. Apparently they were worse than Frieza for them. If fucking King Kai was like, "Oh no, fuck all that, y'all need to be locked up on this ethereal plane of existence." And his goons have pretty much unique. I feel like it could also work like the Ginyu Force. He could also have these things like their movesets where they come out and help him. Like one of them like strings you the fuck up. One of them like paralyzes you. It's pretty interesting to say. And the movie's actually great. It's like the second time, we see Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and it's one of the only few times that Goku actually becomes a dad and breaks the fucking rules of the afterlife and is like, "Nah, fuck that. I'm coming to save my son. Y'all ain't stopping me from this." And it's a really good, touching movie. Also, Ultra Instinct Goku, just with that being said, just for the sake of it. And yeah, I think that would probably be it for the honorable mentions. So at number 1, we have the man of the hour, the hero of planet Earth himself, Mr. Satan. Come on, we all know it needs to happen. We all, like, everyone was like, "Oh, Yamcha's gonna be the troll character." Yamcha isn't the troll character. That's the sad part. Yamcha actually has hands in this game, and he's actually like pretty solid. I would say probably B tier or high B, low A tier, because he's pretty up there. He's like running in like top middle of the pack. I can't remember the toppings, because I know like Cell, Bardock, and apparently Android 17 is actually pretty high up on this list, on the tier list. Super Saiyan, well, Gotenks is high up on there, but either way, yes, Mr. Satan is like the man. I would say he would be great in this game, just for the fact is, like, yeah, we actually need a human. Like, we don't need a human that that can almost that can level cities, but like we need a human. And I feel like Hercule is the man to really do that, because like we have all these planet busting people, and we have no regular people, and I feel like Mr. Satan, like, he's great. Like, Mr. Satan has always been that bull. Like, even in the old games, like, yeah, he had like minimum damage output, but if you could fuck somebody up with Mr. Satan, you were a fucking god. And I feel like that has a lot of he can hold it down. That, at least that's what I feel. I feel like Mr. Satan could hold it down for everybody. He was the one that got everybody to give Goku the energy for the Spirit Bomb fighting Boo. He was the one that kind of he's like Batman. He's like Batman. He or more so, he's the hero he's the hero Earth deserves, but it's not the one he needs. But it's not the one they need. The one they need is the one that blessed up planets. He's just the one that deserves it. Because even in Super, I just love how they write it in, how he fought Beers and saved the Earth, and he went Super Saiyan. It's hilarious. I think it's funny, just another one of him just doing the Mr. Satan thing. But I don't know, man. Like, I feel like a lot of these characters that I named off today, especially in my top 10, I feel like a lot of these characters can make an impact on this game. Like, I get it. You don't want to oversaturate the game, with characters. Like, you kind of want to keep the consistent, and I get it, it's not about quantity, it's about quality. And right now we have a lot of quality people. But with that being said, you know, nothing saying, like, alright, so for those of you that are, I would say, old enough to remember Sparking Meteor or Budokai Tenkaichi 3, that was like the GOAT for fucking Dragon Ball games, because it had the biggest roster, it had so many different mechanics implemented, everyone had their own unique moveset. Yeah, you know, you had generic full power energy wave, it was whatever, but still, everyone had their own thing. Like, it was just great. Like, I could play as fucking Devil Man. Like, no one even knows who the fuck Devil Man is, and you can play as him. You can play as fucking that pool. So, like, just let me know what you guys think. Let me know who's in your top 10, or who you would like to see in the game. And, you know, if you guys disagree or agree with me, let me know in the comments. I do read them. So, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate the support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.